So this is the my review for 9/26/19. It's Thursday. This will be my last trading day of the week. I am going to Oregon tomorrow, and I was gonna trade tomorrow morning, but I just need a couple I need a couple days off. Last couple days just kind of bad luck, bad execution. Just been trading bad, and decided I'm gonna just take the day off and regroup, and then come back on Monday strong. So to get right into it, um, this morning I was BYND. I was looking at the news; it was really big, but it's really expensive. It's an expensive stock, but it moves a lot. So just kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it really. Um, and the other one was Rad. I actually want this turn around. Okay. I was looking at Rad as well. That one was. I actually don't have it. Oh yeah, here we go. I think I had it on my screen most of the morning. Let me see. Oh, I took it off. I took it off. Let me see real quick. So I had Rad. I was looking at Rite Aid. So here's the annoying and lame part about this. So look at here's Rite Aid. Actually, Kevin caught this on the long side. Um, I was looking at this because this big resistance here. I had on my chart. I said Rad. $9.80, a very big line. That's not very descriptive, but that means to me, look at it at that line. And sure enough, this this stupid thing pushes up to it, hits it, even retries it on this, and then fails in a big way. This was a money trade I should have been looking at. I was on tilt and just wasn't trading well today. I wasn't trading like myself. Trading like an idiot, but that was a freaking beauty. Um, and then I had a trade in Roku, and I'll actually just show you that on the video. So here's where I messed up this morning. I'm gonna skip to. So here's Roku. I was liking Roku at this 106 line because pull it up. It had been just dropping, and this was a there was some good. It's 30 minute. There was some good resistance in there, all in here. Um, so I was as it was going down, it had broken this, green red. It was started moving down. I thought it looked pretty good as far as um, just the trend goes, and I thought it was going to continue trending down. Also, this thing's been dying like crazy, coming from a highs of like 170 something bucks. So it's been dying. It cracked below really strong, and then I was looking at it in here when it's popping the view up. Also, you see the SPY is just tanking as well. So I was sitting here looking at this like, man, this is a legit looking trade. And I was telling Kevin, I was like, man, this thing is like, I want to short this thing, I want to short it, but I was waiting for some confirmation a little bit because I've been getting stopped out on the stuff at the highs lately. It's because I'm looking at I either need to one have way bigger stops or two wait for a little bit of stuff and then trade it after the stuff with this stop right above the highs or something because I keep just getting stopped out because these zones, it's not really in large caps. It's not really a line. It's like a zone area, like an area, because it'll push up through it, and in the moment it looks like it's broken it, but you look back later, it's like, man, I'm just testing it, and this stuffed right back down. So I was looking here. It started running down. I started getting emotional, like, oh man, I missed the trade, and then it pushes back up. Let's see, and then right in here, I think is where I hit it, which is just a bad. Like, what world is this a good entry? Look at that. Just a terrible flipping entry. I don't even know what that was. So, hit that horrible entry, and it pushes up. 106 was my line. I get out right at the friggin' high. And I even said right here, I'm like, man, I'm out. I'm out purely because it's a terrible entry. I wanted to reshort it, but for some reason I was just I even said I'm gonna look for a better spot to enter, like, 'cause this was dumb. I don't know why I did this. And then I literally sat there and watched it. It stuffed hard. Even it hung out there for a second though after it stuffed. Like, look at that. Like that candle after that candle, even you should have been in. And then after the stuff, just hit it there. It's a 50-cent stop on Roku, and then you know, and then you get a nice huge wash, and then you even have a nice little spot to add. Had it been in the trade, pops right back up into these lows, and then continues to tank. And here's where I messed up. So you look at SPY. SPYs are down a big. I saw Roku coming back into these highs. I was like, man, I really want to trade Roku, but I was annoyed with Roku because I already traded it. So I'm like, well, Facebook has kind of got the same look to it, except it's coming right into big sport. Um, and it's not in a huge downtrend. So I'm gonna trade Facebook instead. So I chased Facebook, hit it there after the little stuff. I At least here I was a little smarter with my entry. After it pushed up into here, I'll let you see the tape on it. It pushes up and then stuffs really quick, and then I'm like, okay, this thing looks good. So I actually add to my position, but I add a tiny piece. I only add a quarter of my position. So see that stuff right there? I at least had the brains to put on a little piece right there. I think I hit it pretty quick. Yep, right there. Beautiful little stuff. Tape looked amazing. Oops. No, I'm at 60. Okay, stuff's down a little bit, looking good. I'm liking it. And then 50s. This is where this in the 60s, 50s. This sucker did not want to break that. It would every time it pushed down in there, it just got bought right back up, and like over and over and over again. Then it stuffed back, and then it just did not. I mean, like you'll see, it would come down here, just looking like it's gonna break, and then pops right back up. But the weird thing is too, is it was popping on very little volume. So look, I don't know if you can see, but these candles right here were very little volume. It wasn't like it was crazy amounts of volume. It was pretty small amounts, which was weird. And we're like, okay. And I felt good about it, but then after it was doing this whole rejection thing and just soaking, I actually lightened my position by half. And I was like, okay, I'll risk the top. I'll risk the rest of it for the highs. And it made a new high, so I got out. And then Facebook, I think that's pretty much the high. And then telling you, these last couple days have not been my flipping days. Let me tell you. Yeah, look at that. Garbo. Yeah, pretty much stop out of the highs. And it runs down. So this one, how I could have played it better. Not mess with this first one. Would have been just trade Roku because it had more of a reason to keep going down because it was in a trend. Facebook, yes, it's had a couple bad days, but look at the yesterday came off a big, ramp up and then right off those big supports. So it had more of a reason to bounce than Roku did. But if you just look at this chart though, I could have hit it here, waited for this, and then I just need to give it more of a stop, honestly. Or if I'm getting stopped out here, let's say, I mean, at least reattacking it when it confirms and breaks back down. Or even if you want to play super safe, like right here, look at this, pop back in these lows. I just need to be more patient in my trades and really just take my time and be patient and not get so on tilt. Like, yes, if I'm having some bad trades, take a break, walk away, take 5 minutes, you know, walk, take a quick walk, and then come back clear-headed and trade well. I need to start implementing that, and actually I'm going to start implementing that because I made too many on tilt trades that are just kind of dumb, and I get frustrated and let my frustration push me out of the market when if I could clear my head and come back to it, there's still great opportunities. For some reason, I just have such a hard time with a stock that's like I should have won, but I lost. Those always kill me. But anyways, that was my day. My takeaways are: one, make a plan for something, flip and watch it. That rad trade was actually slick at that 980 level. Would have been an easy risk, especially here. Easy risk of $10, 20, 30 cents, and it really tanked. And then Facebook, this was a harder one, I think. I'm not really mad about this, but I lost very little because I lightened up. But the Roku one was just, I should have crushed that trade today, and I didn't because of my mistakes. So, anyways, that's my day. Hopefully, well, not hopefully anything. I'm gonna learn from this and get better. Um, and on Monday I'm gonna come back stronger and better. I start my job on Wednesday. Start selling real estate again. So I think that's gonna take a lot of the stress of having to perform away. But I'm also not gonna let it take me away from trading or give me an excuse to be lazy or anything. I'm gonna be crushing it, staying on top of it, working on it every day, and keep studying the tape, keep getting better. So, anyways, I'm rambling. That's my day. Peace.